What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory, and today I just got myself another memory card because I don't know where my old one went. And so when moments like that, I don't stress out, I just buy another one. But that's not why we're here today. I'm actually here because I am on my way to the drift track. Today's Friday and tomorrow is Saturday, so there's a drift event. There is a drift event tomorrow that I will be going to, but today I have my son with me. And we're both going to Cookeville Hobbies in Cookeville, Tennessee. Cookeville Raceway and Hobbies. And then we're going to enjoy the drift track for a little while. Hopefully there's not too much traffic. Hopefully I get to, do some great slides for you guys. But yeah, this track is 2 hours away with no traffic. So, yeah, let's ride. What do we have to say before we continue this video?
Keep out first. Let's get into the video.
Yes. We've arrived at the gas station. I'm about to check this oil in this car because it's been up forever. JJ, grab that yellow piece right there. You got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Now what?
Oh, you see it.
Here?
No, where the arrow's pointing. Got it?
Yeah.
All right, now you can pull that. Let's see.
That's hot.
Oh yeah, it is. Put it back in. All the way in. All right, take it up. Flip it over. Ooh, need more.
What?
I said we need more.
Bow.
We need more oil. So what you got, JJ?
I got one body armor and some Doritos.
Ah, what flavor are your Doritos?
Spicy sweet chip.
We just left the gas station. Oil is in the daily. Get ready to ride now. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. There's the whole nitro cold brew station in the Quick Trip for coffee, so I definitely took advantage of that. I don't really like driving 2 hours away to drift, but I have to in order to, enjoy drifting sometimes. There's not, closer places all over, but it's growing. There's room for it to grow, and there's always that opportunity for anyone to, hop into this market. Tracks close, tracks open up, but it takes a certain dedication to be able to keep a drift track alive, but also keep a brick and mortar building alive, for business purposes. So I'm really thankful that Cookeville Raceway and Hobbies branched out to start RC drifting, and it's still alive now. And so as I drive there, I'm not in a rush. I'm also understanding that I'm not gonna spend forever there, and I just enjoy the day. So that's all, because that's all you can do. No matter how far away you drive, it's just gonna be, once you get there, be in the moment and enjoy it. So let's ride, and I'll probably hit you up when I get to the track. And just like that, we have arrived at our destination. See that? Nobody's behind me. There's nobody here to drift right now. And employees have said that nobody comes on Friday unless it's a planned event. So I'm just gonna go in here, show you the track, and then do some drifting. So this is the drift track over here, and this is the pit area that I'm walking in. Fans are blowing. This is the mini crawler section, and I guess regular crawlers can go over here too, but they have this area for that. They also have the kind of like buggy racing or short course truck stuff, not really sure. And then over here This is the big crawler section. So your 10 scale, Red Cat Ascent, you know, Vanquish stuff. It's all over here. And that's pretty much the whole track. It's pretty cool. My son has my son has crawled over there. And of course, there's the scale garages. This one here, all donated by Roadside RC. And now that the tour of the track is over, let's set up the pit area and get to drifting. So my son's car is out. I'm pulling my cars out of this hard case, not actually hard as in the description, but the brand is hard. And I'm going to pull out my GOM and then my PDK. Both of these chassis fit perfectly fine in there with their bodies. It's a little tight fit, and the roofs, they always get a little bit of scratches on them, so I recommend like a microfiber towel on the top. This will prevent scratches and damage. Now here's my remote. There's my son putting his body onto his chassis. That's the MB-01 with a wrap-up next conversion, so it can be a drift car. It is a Tamiya M chassis, so he enjoys it. I don't talk about it much. But there he is putting it on the track, and it's really special to be able to spend time with your children. I can't tell you how often he wants to drift with me, and so to see him here and to be able to drift with him is really great. And for him to get the experience and, you know, just enjoy being at the track without so many people is actually a good thing, because he can hit the wall and not feel like there's a problem going on. He can learn how to drift instead of just being forced into the hobby, I guess, because he doesn't have to be here. He loves being around me, and this is what I do. So he's just along for the ride, and I get to enjoy some company at this track, which definitely has no one here. But oh man, you can see he's struggling a little bit, so I'll put him in the donut circle here so he can learn the car on this surface, and ultimately he'll get back on the track and just, you know, get better at it over time. No rush, nothing forced, just a good old time with Dad. All right, I'm ready when you are. So here is the Overdose GOM, and I am pretty much drifting and kind of showing my son how to do it. I think something was wrong with his remote settings. He might have pushed a few buttons while just messing around. But yeah, this is my GOM with a 24K RC Brian 350Z on top of it, and it's on a spool. I'm running the 10BL60 and at the time it was an AccuVance motor. So this setup is very quiet, but it's very direct and not a whole lot of fluff and extraness to it. So yeah, just enjoying some slides. And now I'm about to drive my PDK chassis and just let it rip. I'm gonna put the spec tires on the rear and just enjoy. I'm gonna have a blast here with this setup. Now in this chassis, this is the PDK, and I'm drifting on an AccuVance setup, LV42 or 45 rotor on a 10.52 motor, and this thing is just all the power and everything else. A lot, and it's so fun because I get to play with the throttle and hear all the right noises and just flick it anywhere I want to because it's on the GYD 550. So I just finished driving my car, maybe 15-20 laps, going between the GYD 550 and just doing laps on laps. And I think I want to take away some camber from my rear wheels. And so that's what I'm gonna do now. As you can see, the camber wear on it is not that much. If you're looking down there, you see it's not that much camber wear there. So I'm gonna make that adjustment and get back on the track. As I adjust the rear camber, I just want to point out that I am prepping for a little drift event that will be happening the next day. You can check that video out on the Roadside RC's YouTube page. But now I'm back on the track again. The camber change definitely helped the car out. It feels planted and a lot more confident. And if you haven't noticed, there's another drifter that showed up. So pretty soon I'm going to get some tandems in and just have a good time talking. But that's going to do it for today's video. My son's going to clean off the car there, and I'm going to make sure that we both enjoy the rest of our time at the track. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like button. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you like this video. Here is some little footage. You've seen it at the beginning, but here it is again. Just Monty in the red car and Richard in the S13, just getting some laps. There's some regulars here at the track. They live a lot closer than I do. So without further ado, keep God first, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
Keep God first. Let's get into the video.
Yes.